All right, let's talk about one of football's most, well, complicated figures, Sergio Ramos. This is a guy who's all about two things, winning absolutely everything and getting into a ton of trouble. So, how are we supposed to remember him? Let's get into it. Okay, so to really get the Sergio Ramos experience, you got to start with the numbers. And this one, wow, it's just staggering. By 2017 alone, he'd already racked up more than 22 red cards. Think about that. For many, this isn't just a statistic, it's the headline of their entire legacy. It really sets the stage for a guy who just lived on the absolute edge. And that really brings us to the big question here, right? The whole point of this. Is this guy one of the greatest defenders ever? You know, a true warrior whose win-at-all-costs attitude literally built a dynasty? Or is he something else? The ultimate villain? The master of those cynical tricks who bent, and let's be honest, often shattered the rules to get a win? Let's actually dig into the evidence. So a reputation like that, it doesn't just pop up out of nowhere. No way. It was forged piece by piece right from the very beginning of his time at, one of the biggest clubs on the planet, Real Madrid. I mean, check this out. He's just a few games into his Real Madrid career. It's September 18th, 2005, and boom, a young Sergio Ramos gets his first red card for the club against Espanyol. Looking back now, it's pretty clear, right? That was a massive sign of what was to come. The whole pattern of stepping over that line, it started pretty much right away. But look, if you want to see where this pattern got really intense, where it became his signature, you have to look at El Clásico. I'm talking about that fiery, legendary rivalry between Real Madrid and Barca. That's the stage where his reputation was truly cemented in football history. Just take a look at this timeline. It's kind of wild. 5 red cards in just 7 years, and all of them in arguably the biggest club match on earth. It paints a really clear picture, doesn't it? When the pressure was cranked up to the max, when that rivalry was boiling over, it was almost inevitable. Sergio Ramos would find himself taking that long walk off the pitch. And with this one, context is absolutely everything. This first Clásico red card, it's 2010, Real Madrid are getting absolutely hammered 5-0 by Barcelona at the Camp Nou. The game is long gone, and what does he do? He just hacks down Lionel Messi in injury time. It was pure frustration. That single moment, it's the perfect snapshot of his passion, and yeah, his sometimes totally uncontrollable temper. Now, this is where you see the other side of him, the calculated, strategic side. It's not always just pure emotion. Look at who he's targeting. In 2014, it's Neymar, right as he's about to score, denies a clear goal. Then in 2017, a pretty reckless, two-footed lunge on Messi himself. See the pattern? In both cases, he takes out Barca's biggest threat with a foul that he knows is a straight red. So what is that? Is it strategic? Is it cynical? Or maybe it's both. But you know what's maybe the most revealing part? It's his reaction. After that crazy tackle on Messi, he doesn't just trudge off the field. Nope. He turns around and sarcastically claps at the referee. That defiance, that total lack of apology, that is pure Sergio Ramos. It's like he's playing by a completely different set of rules, his own code. Okay, so this style of play, this art of controversy, it wasn't just something he saved for La Liga. Oh no, he brought the whole show to the biggest stage in club football, the UEFA Champions League. And there, the stakes and the drama, they got even higher. And this might just be the most infamous moment of his entire career, the 2018 Champions League final. Let's just walk through it. Ramos gets tangled up with Mo Salah, Liverpool's star player. He seems to lock Salah's arm and pull him down. Salah lands really badly. He injures his shoulder, and just like that, his night is over. Real Madrid, of course, go on to win the whole thing. So the question that people still argue about today is, was it a complete accident, or was it a deliberate move to take out their biggest threat? The debate is still fiery. You know, plays like that one on Salah, they often get called something specific, the dark arts. It's basically the practice of using those legally, fuzzy, cynical, unsportsmanlike tactics to get an edge. It's a term that feels like it was practically invented for Ramos. But he's not alone in this philosophy. For some of the game's greatest winners, there's this belief that you have to do whatever it takes. It's seen as essential to winning. And honestly, the list just keeps going. There was that swinging arm in 2018 that left a Victoria Pilsen player with a broken nose. He did apologize for that one on Twitter for what it's worth. Then you have that really controversial, some called it soft, red card against Manchester City, which his team went nuts about. The point is, his career is just packed with these moments, big and small. But if you really want to understand his mindset, nothing beats hearing it from the man himself. In 2019, against Ajax, he intentionally picked up a yellow card so he could serve a suspension and be clear for the more important next round. And when a reporter asked if he did it on purpose, he just came right out and said it. "I would be lying if I said I didn't force it." I mean, that's just pure calculated rule bending. And yeah, UEFA wasn't thrilled. They gave him an extra match ban for it. All right, so after looking at all of this, we're kind of back where we started. How on earth do you judge a career like this? Is he a winner or is he a villain? And this is the great paradox of Sergio Ramos, isn't it? On one hand, he is without a doubt one of the most successful defenders ever to play the game. We're talking World Cups, multiple Champions Leagues. The trophy cabinet is insane. But on the other hand, he holds disciplinary records that might literally never be broken. You just can't separate the two sides of his story. They're totally intertwined. So that leaves us with one final big question to chew on. Is all this controversy, is it just part of the package? You know, the price you pay for that ruthless win-at-all-costs mindset that so many legends have? Or does that unbelievable record of red cards and cynical fouls end up tarnishing what could have been an undisputed, legendary career? I think the answer, a lot like the man himself, is, well, it's pretty complicated.